would be where you would put your hand out, she would touch it, yes, and then I put the treat right in the same exact hand. Another treat right in the exact same hand. Another treat right in the exact same hand. Touch. Yes.
Oh, she knows that command well.
Now that's called a sustained
So this
touch.
is a sustained touch. And what we mean by that is if a dog touches a hand and then after it's done, then they're going to go off and think about something else and get excited, like she's getting in this excited state now. So for example, can you borrow her just for a second? Okay. If I don't want her to jump up on me, one of the key things I'm going to do is I'm going to take her space. So if I give her space, I'm going to invite her to jump up, right? So if I can take space as she's maneuvering around, if I take space, I'm going to prevent her from being able to jump up.
Right.
Right. The farther out I get, the more likely that she can be invited to jump up on me.
Right.
So it's a lot harder to jump up.
And I've kind of marked the leash. That's like, Darlene was like, okay, generally that's, her body length, right? Is what you give her.
Right.
And so that's kind of my marker.
Okay, so that's your marker.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. And that's to keep a loose leash?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, so when you're walking with her, how close is she?
She's about this.
Okay, and so it's a loose leash.
Yeah.
And then, so if I came in and she was going to come up on me, I just take space. And this encourages her to not make to jump up. So here's the airplane, right? She hears the airplane. That could be something that is concerning for her. Good girl. That's all. Yes, a good girl. Good girl. And so here, this is another opportunity for you to do, right? So she sat. Now go ahead and try you put your hand out. Now here's where you got to have both hands available, right? So you're going to have like 3 little treats in one hand.
Okay.
Hand comes out. Okay. She touches it. You mark with the word yes and literally put the food right in that hand.
Oh, okay.
And now I can get her to sustain. You see how she's keeping her muzzle in a sustained position? So that's, yes. And then I bring the food right there.
Oh, okay.
Bring the food right here.
Okay.
Bring the food right there. So now I'm getting her, and then we can go from marking the word yes, so she did it correctly, and then we can bleed it into the word good, which is our duration marker.
Okay.
So again here, if she steps into me, I'm going to take space. So I would take space. So let me borrow her for 1 second. Okay. So here's where I would take space. Yes, nice work, young lady. So here's where I can practice that. So I have my supply hand, my distribution hand. So here she jumps up, she won't get it. She jumps up, she won't get it. I'll block. And I will feed her in this hand so that she doesn't go after this hand. Yes, I'm going to feed her right here in this hand. Feed her right here in this hand. Now, do you see what she just did? So that time she went back to this hand. She didn't then go, hey, I'm going to go to the hand that has the rewards in it. All right. And then I keep my line, I keep the line nice and loose here for her so that I can work her, but I'm staying within this space where she can't then physically jump up.
Right.
Right. So even if I'm working her now on my right side, her left side, I now have the treats in my left hand.
Right.
I might then, yes. Good. So you saw she poked it, right? And now we want her to stay sustained with that hand. Now look what she just did. See how she's staying in that sustained. So give that a shot. Okay. Because that'll also help with her ability to have duration of focus on something.
When she's got her leash in one hand, how is she supposed to have both hands available?
So you either have your bait pouch, right? Yep. And you just keep it in, you basically have your bait.
Yep.
All right, and you have the hand, and you put the whichever hand is that you're going to have, that's going to be the one that you're doing the touch with. All right? Yes. And what you want to do is you want to have the hand, so I don't want to have it and then move it away and then put it in and then give it to her. I want to have it so that I have it in that one hand. I have my treats. Yes. And I bring the treat to the hand.
Okay.
I bring the treat to the hand. I bring the treat to the hand. Yes. Now, do you see how she's staying on the hand now?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's going to take some practice. Because our brains are used to touch and then they go to the other hand for the reward.
Right. Yeah.
Now what we're doing is we're saying we want you to keep your hand on mom's hand. Yes. Good.
Okay. Oh. Did you put it?
And then put the treat right in that hand. Yay! There you go.